Hey up guys, welcome back, and we are on England duty again once more. The European International League, Nations League to you and I. It's time for a semi-final against Italy. So yeah, we absolutely annihilated our group, it's got to be said. Spain, weirdly, actually, I didn't even notice this, but Spain lost to Northern Ireland. Not that it affected anything in any way, shape or form in terms of how everything panned out, but if they'd just done better against Scotland, it would have been Scotland in the relegation spot. Cherish that one, Northern Ireland, cherish it. But yeah, 6 wins, no draws, no losses, 21 goals scored, 2 goals conceded, 1 against Scotland, 1 against Spain. We're in fine fettle for this, although it has been a little bit of a while since we have to play an international game. So when it comes to the goalkeeper situation, just thought I'd highlight this. That's Charles Baxter on the left, Jordan Pickford obviously on the right there. As well as Baxter has developed whilst with Bournemouth this year, Pickford still has the edge, quite irritating. Physical-wise, yeah, obviously, huge issues there. But mentally, just technically, I've still got to play Pickford. It's really frustrating. Now, realistically, it's the mentals where Pickford wins this. I was just looking at the technicals and just seeing that actually, the ones that kind of matter, like the big one here is eccentricity, where he's got massively more, and obviously that's not a good thing. So, in terms of technicals, Pickford actually just edges it. It's not as clear-cut as I thought it was, but mentally is where, yeah. Obviously, a lot better concentration, leadership far better, vision far better. He's second choice, Henderson is very much third. But for the squad as a whole, there's been one major piece of news that's come out, and injury-wise, we've lost Nathan Watson. Yeah, actually I've just realised the timing of that. That's probably the Champions League final where that happened. Didn't even check that. Yeah, he did indeed get injured in that. It was 1-1, and Manchester United succeeded on penalties, something obviously they didn't do in the FA Cup final. Of course, this is a European Champions League final between two losers. Beat you in the FA Cup, beat you in the Carabao Cup. What are you even doing there? Technically, that makes us the best team in Europe, I suppose. Interestingly, though, our reputation has improved massively as well. We are now ahead of teams like Ajax in terms of European reputation. Did have a quick look at that. But with Nathan Watson out, it does mean Chris Tipple takes that lead. He's on 425k a week at City. Good lord. Also, I realised York have the lowest wage bill of everyone in the Premier League. And we finished 6th, so shame on everyone else. Everyone I wanted to bring in to replace Nathan Watson is already on under-21 duty, and apparently I can't change that. What a stupid rule that is. But it means we've had to call up Kieran Barkhuizen, who is not great, but as a striker with a very strong left foot who is competent as an inside forward, which is what Tipple also can do. Obviously, we're going to have to rely on Tipple as a striker rather than optional on this side over here. He was sort of the most natural replacement in that sense. There were better strikers, there were better players on that side of the pitch, but none of them are left-footed. Like, obviously, Tammy Abraham is a better striker at this stage. Nekatir, even probably a better striker. Ryan Brewster, better striker, but none of them are left-footed, and none of them could cover that side, which is what I needed. This side's fine. That side needed far more. What I also love to see, by the way, is my lads, my York lads, are the best players in pretty much every position that they play in. So Saxton, top of that list. Courage actually the 5th best. James Grimes is the best DLP in our entire squad. And yeah, and Courage is the best central defender as well. So, love to see it. But for the record, I really wanted to bring up this guy because he is left-footed. I can force him to play on that right-hand side, like I was doing with Billy Clark, who was also injured, and essentially the same thing. Because if he's going to be in this squad, he's so good, he should be in the England squad, but he just doesn't do inside forward at all on that left-hand side. He's got no right foot, and I can't train that. So I have to basically force him to play in a position he doesn't do. Dele Alli's also injured, who could also do that job for me if I wanted to. He's 33 now, but he's had a very good season. So France played Portugal in the other one. We're actually playing in France. This is just the York tactic. So off we go. The only person really hard done by in this situation is Declan Rice. In a sense, he is, according to the coaches, a half star better than Mason Mount in that Mazzala role. I think it's a Mazzala role on this one. Apparently we owe Italy. I've got a feeling that might be in the last competition's final. We'll do these in 3D as well. Why not? It's something a little bit different. Oh, one thing I do need to mention real quickly. It's interesting considering I mentioned it recently, or maybe not that recently, but Real Madrid's star striker, Renato Clemente, he's Italian. It kind of escaped my attention that he was Italian for some reason. I just presumed he was South American for whatever. But no, he is Italian. 36 caps, 28 goals. He is ridiculous. I obviously talked about him as being one of the best world strikers along with those two at Tottenham. when I was talking about those guys. Chiesa still in their squad. Patella, Donnarumma, who we just scored 6 goals past recently, as York. So Tipple, who is an even better striker than anything I have to offer. Have fun. Chris Coelho, of course, from Liverpool. We've seen him before. Not actually particularly heavy on new gens, their squad. Their left back, who is pretty good, also at Madrid. And right back, who's at Napoli, is okay. Like, technically, yeah, physically, fast. Otherwise, there's not really anyone else, I don't think. Zanelli in the midfield, who is naturally an attacking midfielder right, apparently, is playing in the central midfield and should be very good at it, if I'm honest. But yeah, in terms of new gen, they're mostly on the bench. Tonali's there, see that? Liverpool's Esposito's on the bench as well. That shows how strong their striking situation is. Liverpool's top goal scorer is on the bench to Real Madrid's. Interesting there's no Sebastiano Esposito at this point in time. Must look into his situation, but there is a highlight that's starting with Donnarumma, which has been intercepted by our England lads. Now, I would possibly argue playing white with blue shorts is not the greatest idea here, but Donnarumma and Tipple has tippled that past, unfortunately. The post. I would probably argue playing in the away red would be more sensible here, or getting Italy to play in an away kit that doesn't clash would be nice. I don't know what their away kit is. Probably white, irritatingly, I imagine. But in terms of, yeah, we're sharing blue shorts at the moment, just hoping the white shirt is enough of an obvious distinction. As things go, Saxton, though. Tipple, again, Foden. Foden's kicked it directly at Tipple there, and the ricochet has unfortunately put it past the post again. Zanelli is going to whip this one in. With penalty? No. We've cleared the danger, apparently. Everything sort of stopped for a second. It confused me. Riccardi is tackled by Foden. Foden does get the ball. That's rare for a tackle. Obviously, I'm not suiting up for this. It's over 20 degrees outside. That is stupid. The kind of dates when I'm recording this, I suppose. Mason Mount has scored. Don't feel so bad about starting him now over Declan Rice. Declan Rice, whilst having a better star rating, isn't quite as a natural in that position and that sort of role, which is why I put Mount in ahead of him. And what a header. I dare say that is Ronaldo-esque kind of header. Sort of powerful leap. And as things go, I don't want to jinx it. I'm looking at those numbers, and I don't want to jinx it because their team is so good. These Italians are, I dare say, the Italians are better than us on paper, just on raw statistics. He has had such a brilliant run there, and then Trent's just at the last moment gone, nope. Who says Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend? Because that was sensational work from Trent. And we get to attack ourselves now. Sancho's going to come in. Welcome back to the England fold in a match that sort of actually vaguely matters now, Jadon. I feel so sorry for Jadon. He's spent 7 years in the wilderness thanks to Chris Wilder. Greenwood? Phew! Greenwood might be at Porto, I think, in the game, where I'd probably argue his opponents aren't necessarily overall on par with the English leagues. But he's still got a little bit of a killer instinct there, that's for sure. Wow. But yeah, he's at Porto now. He's still only 27, which is absurd. I'd certainly take him back at York. They've got a throw in, though, and they're going a little bit more tackling, as you would imagine, according to my assistant there. But we've headed that one clear again. Who was that? I think that was Gomez on the right side. Grimes, Sancho. Probably ought to give faces to the sort of the England youth. Greenwood. Coming forward now. Greenwood's gone past 1, gone past 2. I'm fairly certain England lost to Italy in a cup final recently. Possibly even the last tournament, which is why we're being told to, avenge that result in the team talk at the beginning. I mean, message received, apparently, and there's another highlight. What is happening? I mean, if this results in another goal, this is going to be stupid. They're just passing between the defenders. They're rattled. Back to the goalkeeper, straight from that kickoff. Back to Bastoni, though. That was nicely done by Donnarumma. Back to the goalkeeper again. Batella this time. We're closing him down. He's got it quite nearly to Chiesa, to be honest. But Riccardi, Andre something, Anderson I think it was, Chiesa, right side. It's a chance for them. Pickford has sort of forgotten he has legs. It's only their second shot, though, and maybe I'm regretting not putting a more agile goalkeeper in goal. Maybe I should give faith. I mean, that's not great from Pickford. He's just decided, oh no, I can't jump anymore. I might just praise them weirdly enough at this point. Oh, that was close. He's certainly agile enough to make us like an attempted save like that. A few people fired up by the praise, didn't really work. Saxton's been booked again. So we go in at half-time, far more dominant, and 3-1 up. Now this isn't the result this isn't the gameplay I was expecting from this match. I was expecting it to be much tighter, but we'll see what happens in the second half. They might come back with a vengeance. They are positive on their formation now, opposed to just neutral. Mount! Oh, he's at the post, Sancho. Ooh, couldn't miss if he's onside. No, he isn't. How offside was he? Quite by the looks of things, yeah. I think the defender in the middle, just because of perspective, looked a lot further back than he actually was. I think Green was just taking a knock. 51 minutes into the game. Sancho. Oh, that deserved a goal. I almost forgot words for a second there. The movement from Sancho and the through ball. Oh, sensational. Don't really say that about Football Manager sometimes, but the match engine was working fine there. Riccardi's coming forward, though. I don't like this. Strachia. Chiesa again. Nice block from Courage, I think that is. Resulting corner. No. Denied by Gomez. And not tackled yet. Forcing them back slowly. When will this highlight end? There. That's where I'll end. The Greenwood, yeah, did take a bit of a... He's taken another one. So the Greenwood situation is this. Tipple is obviously technically a better player over there. I think what we do is we move Tipple over and we bring... Phil Foden, apparently, is the third best attacking forward we have. Now, we do have Marcus Rashford. He's the Holland's recommended replacement. And I'm looking at Lewis Foreman. We're going to give him a go. Nice to have him back. Former York man, of course. Recently bottled his penalty in the FA Cup final. Thanks, Lewis. Gomez. Mount. Move it out wide here, probably. I mean, Trent made a great run. He's still in space if anyone wants to use him. There we are, eventually. Trent has been left completely exposed over there, which is fascinating. Tipple should have done better with the shot. But he had so much space out there. That is incredibly surprising. Mount's getting a little bit tired. Sancho's a little bit tired. Two players I realistically want now. We can bring Declan Rice in then Bizarro. He's not great at it, but he is still the third best option we have. Or second best, apparently. And we can bring Rashford in on the left-hand side for those two slightly tiring players. Foden's not doing particularly well either. We'll just bring it back a notch to just balanced again. They've obviously gone very attacking towards the end of this match. So we will go slightly less so as a result. Tipple. Straight to them. That's not good. Clemente has moved to the left-hand side where Trent's just sort of letting him go past him this time. I don't like that. One of the best strikers in the world, folks. They're obviously going to be assaulting us now with every chance they get. Very attacking is their mentality. Foreman's hit a defender. Might be a block highlight, not sure. Rice, it's got back to... There's a space in the box. No, it's a goal, in fact, for Marcus Rashford. 4-1. I am... Honestly, I'm as blown away as Italy are at this stage. Great block at first point. I thought that might have been the highlight. But Gomez to Rice to Rashford. And we still had three-ish players who could have got on the end of that. And it was Rashford who did. And we're going to see this out at 4-1 seemingly. And look at those stats. 23 shots to 8. 13 shots on target to 5. 54% of the possession. Wow. I am gobsmacked. Well, France have annihilated Portugal. Oh, he has 14 caps at the age of 26, but this isn't the best Esposito can be. He's far better for me at Southampton already at 21, 22, so got him on his lower end, I think, in this save. But France will be the final in the Stade de France. I mean, that seems unfair. Quite remarkably, those were Greenwood's first England goals. Hasn't played a sensational amount, but Kovalev, by the way, has just entered England's under-19s. I think I might cap him in the friendly. I don't know if that confirms him for England permanently, but I might cap him in the friendly against South Korea. That's not too far away. Just for fun. But consistent and a championship level player already at 17. He might be even better than Saxton. Quite amusingly, Bob English's scouting report has come back whilst I'm on England duty. Apparently his potential ability is quite good. What a bizarre array of positions he can do. Defensive midfielder, left midfielder, attacking midfielder right but not left, and striker. Like, he's terrible right now. Let's be real here. But could be an average rate, like, fairly good for the team. I'm tempted just for the heck of it. Can't do it till tomorrow though, because he needs to be within 30 days. So Italy have dispatched Portugal in the third place playoff, and we have to take on France. Now, France are regarded the best team in the world. They are first in the world rankings. We are second. So maybe this was inevitable, really. I see very little reason. I mean, Trent's a bit tired. The few of the people at the front are a bit tired. I don't really see Mount as that much of a downgrade on Foden, so he's going to move forward a little bit for this one. Otherwise, I'm going to keep the other two okay. I think they're all right in the positions they're in. Weirdly enough, Greenwood getting injured has kept him reasonably fresh for this one. Now, that's what their team looks like. Todibo and Upamecano in the defensive line, unsurprising. Mabry, whatever. Pogba alongside him. He's got to be getting on. 36-year-old Pogba. Still ridiculous and actually not that slow for 36. Been at PSG for basically a decade. Cherki on the left-hand side, Lagros. Mbappe doesn't have a face, don't know why. Actually, I don't know why most of these don't have faces. Like, Pogba should definitely have one. Oh, it's the France thing, isn't it? If you go on them on normal. I mean, their bench is quite good. Sembudak's on there. Hang on. They're not starting Sembudak. Okay. They have another ridiculous striker. Doesn't like big games, though, apparently. We'll see. I'll be honest, this isn't the greatest team talk. A lot of keenness. Oh, for God's sake. Away we go once more. They are weirdly better than us on their fitness levels. Mabry, Mole, that was something. Mabry again. Hatton's in the middle. Oh, God, so quickly. Pickford, though, over. Maybe I should have changed the goalkeeper. Alban Lafont being the best French goalkeeper, though, is a little surprising. Like, he's decent. He's pretty good in general, I think, but I'm not sure if he's necessarily a world-class goalkeeper. Mount, this might be the one weak link in their entire side, and is... Well, it's the one, we have to go through 10 players to get to him, in fairness. So, Rice, who I think is captain these days. Trent, Greenwood, Grimes, out to Alexander-Arnold. Now, I think Grimes is my York captain, so might see him travel up a rank there to England one day. I see they got faces as soon as they pop on the notification thing, so it's just some weird international introduction page thing. I've seen it happen elsewhere. Upamecano, all the way back to Lafont, who is quite away from goal. If he messes this up, that could have been quite catastrophic. He hasn't, thankfully for them. Instead, Hatton's clean through. Pickford stands strong though, which is good news. We had quite a lot of shots, but none on target. I'm fairly certain we've seen 2 shots from France already, and it was only counting 1. We just had a second there, probably a third to come, unintentional. See, that didn't count as a shot because I'm pretty certain it's been regarded as a cross. But Mbappe swings the corner in. Sanchez getting quite tired quite early. I don't like that. Mole, Mabry, Grimes has not dispossessed him. I thought he might have. Unnecessary flare pass from Pogba there, but it's worked a treat since Hatton scored. We'll demand more. I mean, Grimes could have done better there. That's unnecessary flair from Pogba, I think. But Mbappe, Mbappe versus... I don't think that even is Bradley Saxton. Is it number 7? That's... Lafont keeps that. Okay, so Lafont's claimed a deep line free kick. Hoofs it up the pitch to literally no one. Trent was there waiting for it. Trent's had to go... Well, Trent's decided to go all the way back to Jordan. He did have other options, I think. Pickford's decided to hoof it this time. Grimes has successfully avoided number 7's charge, but Greenwood on this right-hand side. And we could build something here. Maybe. He's gone past 1 defender. Sort of maybe past 2. Tipple there. Tipple. Oh, God. 2 excellent blocks from there. I mean, they've had 4 block shots. I mean, they've blocked 4 of our shots. Mbappe's taken a knock, seemingly, at the end of that half. It's 1-0. Still within... Mbappe's had to come off. I mean, Dembele's a pretty handy replacement. What? Tipple's managed to miss from a yard. I mean, they're front... Like, they've got a lot of 6.4s on their side, and then just the goal scorer, and Todibo. Tipple's on a 6.4. I don't know whether or not straight up replace him for someone at this point. Gomez heads over again. Starting to have more of this game, which is frustrating. Sancho is shattered, I've just noticed. I'm just going to do what I did last time. I mean, he's not had a good game, but I'm going to move Tipple out to the side and get Foreman on, because Greenwood's getting a bit tired as well now. Tipple's decided to head that down to Todibo. Thanks, I guess. Dembele, I suppose, booed out through. I'll be surprised if he's onside here. We didn't even get to see it with lines. It was that egregious, the offence there. Trent's getting really tired. Tipple's obviously not played well. Who's the game changer? Who's the game changer here is what I'm thinking. Rice comes forward. Still Rice. Stopped. But Gomez will pick this one up. Yeah, I'm considering bringing Max Aaron on just because of how tired Trent is, and that's not great work from Coleridge. God's sake, Sean. Sem is not going to miss it. Oh, Pickford, good save. Oh, God. Dembele whips this one in. Gomez heads it out. Mount's there. I mean, he can't be that fresh either at this stage. Stay on side, Foreman? I don't think he was. I mean, everyone's quite tired at this point. Everyone. Tipple on a 6.3. Can anyone else go out there? They're telling me to bring Foden on out there, so I will do that. He's a better player than Barquise, and he can probably be a little bit saddened by the fact I've not brought him on there. They've scored a second in the dead of the game. We can feel incredibly hard done by on this one, I think. We've had 58% of the possession. I'll have a look at the chances again if there happens to be another highlight before full time, but there's a missed header in the middle there. I think that might be Coleridge who's missed it. No other highlights. France win it. Best in the world, but on the day, they got the goals. I mean, we had the same number of shots on target from almost 2.5 times as many shots. 59% of the possession. I'm intrigued to know how many of them were block shots as well. In the end, just the 6. Just the 1 clear-cut chance which we missed. They had 2 clear-cut chances and scored them both. 3.5 chances for us. Not a lot of saves in the entire game, just obviously the lack of shots on target in general put pay to that. But, I mean, you look at their average ratings for the team that won 2-0. 6.4, 6.6, 6.7. Goal scorer on 7.0. The 2 defenders, their best players. Well, just what I'm saying about Lafont, 30 years old, at Valencia. He's very good, but arguably, should he be the goalkeeper for the best international team in the world? I'd argue not. If we just got more shots on target, I think we could have broken him. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I'm not happy with the performance. We should have struck more at the goal. But in the end, the number 1 team in the world defeats the number 2 team in the world. I would tell a lie. It was a semi-final in last year's Euros. Got beat by France in the final, though, in regards to the Italy situation. So yeah, that settles all the England duty, basically, that you're going to see until next year's World Cup. I'm not really going to bother you with the qualifiers unless it gets a bit hairy towards the end. So I'll see you for then. And of course, next time you see me in general will be the result of the transfer window for York. So until then, ta-ra.